What's up, YouTube? It's Cleo, and welcome back to the channel. For those of y'all new, what's good? And for those of y'all that are returning, welcome back. I'm always doing that breathing thing. Yo, recording yourself is really, like, you really start noticing, like, for real, almost like noticing who you are. Like, I'm an only child, so I really never had anybody in the crib to be like, oh, you know, you do this, you do that, you know, so this whole recording yourself is really crazy. But what did I tell y'all last video? I said I was gonna be back, right? Listen, y'all missed it. Don't worry about the baby hairs right now, because the way the girl had it, you feel what I'm saying, when she first fleeked it, inclusive beauty, okay? I'm gonna tag it down below, you feel what I'm saying? Like, find her on the gram. Excuse me. She really does her thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm all here for black business. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she really did her thing. Like, y'all, she had the swirls and shit. Like, I don't know how to do any of that myself, okay? So, the first day, it was cute. You feel what I'm saying? I went out last night. You feel what I'm saying? We went out for Bae's birthday. And, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so now, like, I'm on my own. Like, I really don't even know how to, like, work this whole edge thing. Like, I really have no idea what I'm doing. So, don't even mind that. But the braids are still good. You feel what I'm saying? I love it. Go check her out on the gram. I'm going to leave that in the description. You feel what I'm saying? But that is not what we're here to talk about. Of course, because I always have to start with, like, a commercial. It's like an infomercial. I always have to start with an infomercial. But that is not what we're here to talk about today. Today, what are we going to call this? This is almost like how the post office affects your, I don't want to say social life. I guess, yeah. Like, how it affects your life, period. Like, but mainly like your social life. Because listen, it's a whole thing with this job. At orientation, when they really told you, like, you signed your life over to this, like, you really did. Like, you know, I feel like it's almost as close as, and that's crazy. I really have a coworker that was a CEO. That's crazy. But I almost feel like this is just as worse. Like, we just get to go home every night, and we don't do, like, 16-hour shifts in a building. Like, we're outside. But, like, I feel like this is almost as close. And some of you are going to feel like I'm dragging it. But my opinion, okay? My opinion. But, yeah, this is really like a male prison. It's like a male prison. Like, you really, for real, signed your life over when you started this job. But it's a lot to deal with. And to be honest, like, you have to have like a strong support system, or honestly, to be honest, it really starts to get a little lonely. It's either you're gonna have a strong support system of friends and family, or you're gonna start meeting, you know, having a good time with your coworkers, because they're the only ones who really understand. You need a strong set of friends who are going to understand. Like, listen, y'all, I know y'all want me out because I'm the life of the party. All right, I'm dragging it. But I know y'all want me out, you know what I'm saying? But I can't. Like, I can't. Like, this is not your average 9 to 5. You cannot ask me when am I getting off of work, because the answers is always going to be, I don't know. And I guess that's what bothers people. Like, I know the unknown really bothers people, but it's the truth. Like, you really just don't know. I'm going to work tomorrow, and I have no idea what time I'm going to be off. Last Sunday, I thought I was going to be off at the same time, you know? Nice little 3, 4 o'clock. No, I didn't leave till 7. Imagine if I made plans. This is why I don't even make plans anymore. When I do, and we're going to get into that. We're going to definitely get into that. But, okay, we're going to start with people not understanding your schedule, especially as a CCA. Now, I feel like as a regular, I can't really say much about being regular because I'm not regular, but you know, they seem to have more of a life. You know, at least they know they're one day during the week and Sunday that they're off. They can say that. You feel what I'm saying? If they decide to come in, that's on them. But as a CCA, unless you bang out, make sure you have FMLA, guys. Don't just be banging out all willy-nilly. I mean, you shouldn't really be banging out, but like, listen, sometimes at this job, you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, you know, sometimes you just have to like sacrifice and like bang out to do the things that you need, because you know, you put in these slips, what is it, $39.71, I believe. You put in these slips, and I don't know, like, they didn't even want me to go on my annual vacation. Like, I put in my slip, and I went on vacation for my birthday, and the second day, the station was calling me, like, oh, where are you? And I'm like, I'm on my annual, and they're like, oh, who told you can go? And I'm just like, excuse me? I did when I picked it. Like, when the supervisor called me and asked me what week would I like for my annual, and I told her, that's who told me to go, like when I picked it. So that whole slip thing, I don't even really have too much faith in that, because, you know, it's like having strict parents and you ask them, can you go to the party? And like deep down, you already know the answer, but you're still trying it. Like, I don't like to go that route. I'm really heavy on a do what you need to do. Okay. So, yeah, people are not going to understand your schedule, you know, and your friends have things planned and they think it's just as easy to just, you know, call out just because they said so. And it's like, no, I call out when I want to and when I feel like it and when I feel like it's a benefit for me. You understand what I'm saying? Whether the day is paid for or not, like if I choose to call out, it's because I wanted to. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another thing, like another topic really, like that whole, and most of this is from real experience. Like this is real life stories. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've had friends, like no shade, really come at me like, oh, but you called out last week to do that and now it's my birthday this week and you can't come because you called out that time. And it's just like, baby, listen, you cannot count up my PTO. You cannot count up when I'm tired. You're not in my shoes. You're not at this job. You can't tell me when to call out. You can't guilt trip me because, you know, you feel like your birthday is so important that, you know, you demand me to call out and be there for your birthday. And I called out last week, so now I can't, you know. You can't really guilt trip, you know. You can try. Doesn't really work, but, you know, hey, that's why I said, you know, you gotta have a strong set of friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not only do you need to be strong, you need a strong set of friends. And it's like, little do they know, you're frustrated because I can't be there. Imagine the frustration I'm feeling. I wanna go. I have an outfit. Listen, y'all, I got some cute little summer pieces that I done either been given or, you know what I'm saying? My uncle's girlfriend. You guys seen that if you watch the video. The Rose collection. You feel what I'm saying? I got cute little shit. I got this nice ass little jumper that I'm trying to wear. I did that video like a month or two ago. Okay, I still haven't worn it anywhere. Why? Because where am I going? Where am I going? My hair is done now. I did my nails today. I did my toes today. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling like a baddie. But where can I go? Where can I go? Nowhere but to work. Like, absolutely nowhere. And it's really frustrating. Like, people don't understand that. As frustrated as you are that I can't be there, I'm more frustrated that I'm at work, either A, sitting in my truck or walking back to the station with my cart, looking at your Instagram story, like, yeah, I missed it. You know what I'm saying? People really don't understand that. But this is what really bothers me, okay? Okay. So when I do have off and we do make plans, and I have a little story time too, because there's a whole reason for this video, because honestly, and this is really not to say like personally for my friends, because if it was, I have no problem with it. You feel what I'm saying? My friends already know, like low key, very low key, I'm respectfully staticky, okay? And a lot of people can't handle it. But I feel like I'm respectfully staticky. You gotta be respectful. You can't get disrespectful with your friends, and that's a whole nother thing. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right, here we go. That's another thing, you know, when you sacrifice and you make these plans, okay? Now, if it's Saturday, okay, and I never have off on a Saturday, and I just so happen to be off, and we've been talking about this in the group chat for weeks on weeks, you know, we were supposed to go out for my birthday, you feel what I'm saying, we didn't make that, and now it's time to go, and it's Saturday night, and you tell me that, oh, you know, we're going out at 5, so be up and be ready at 5. Now, I have got up, did all my errands, and not even all of them, because that's what people don't understand either. This job, okay, yes, you get one day off, right? That day is not to go out. That day is to cook. You need lunch for the week, okay? I know, I'm making it seem like I have it all together, but I really just started bringing lunch every day for real, and it's so much easier. So much easier. Your lunch is already there. You don't have to worry about going to the store. The spending money is crazy. You know, it's just so much easier to just have your little lunch box. Your food is already there. Eat before you go to your route and dip. You understand what I'm saying? So that one day off that you get, is really to cook, to clean your kitchen, okay? Because that's hard enough, you know, especially cleaning the stove, and the dishes is just a whole nother thing. But I'm saying, shout out to Mama Kim, always killing me about the dishes in the sink. So now that she's not here, it's a normal thing. I cannot leave dishes in the sink. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that one day off is for you to cook, clean your bathroom, clean your kitchen, and do your laundry, and do everything else that you need to do to get prepared for the week. It's really honestly not to go out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what people, I guess, they don't get that part. Like, that day off is for you to prepare to go to work the next day. Like, you know, we're not the average people where we have 2 days off. We don't have the weekend off, you know. It kills me when I'm on my route on Saturday and they're like, when you're on your route on Friday and they're like, enjoy your weekend. And I'm just like, I don't have one. I'm here Friday. I'm going to be here Saturday. I'm going to be here Sunday. And I'm going to be here Monday. Okay? That's how the schedule works. Honestly, you're only really off Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Those are your only, honestly, days for being off. I don't know how it really works as a CCA, like in those other far states, because I don't know. It seems pretty cute there. But I know here, like in the Tri-Borough, well, I heard they don't call it Tri-Borough anymore. But for the Tri-Borough, you know, Brooklyn, Queens, you know, I feel like Queens is kind of like different too, but I think they consider that Tri-Borough. But anyway, we get those 3 days are really your options. And if they're really slaving you, like during the holiday time, you might have off on Friday, because that's if they're really pushing you to work like 7, 8, 9 days straight. That's another thing people don't understand. You know, we say it like, oh, I work 6 days a week. But just because I work 6 days a week doesn't guarantee that on that 6th day, the next day I'm off. You can possibly work Monday, Tuesday, matter of fact, because the work week starts Saturday. But you know what? Let me just keep it this way. You can work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe that Friday, that's 7 days. And if your station is really like sneaky enough, you might go the whole week. Listen, when I first started, I was in such a delusion that I believe like my 2nd or 3rd week, I believe I worked like almost like 10 days straight. And it's to the point that I was like, wait, why am I so tired, to the point where my eyes won't open? And I'm looking like, okay, the check was nice, but I'm just like, wait a minute, you've been working like 9 days straight. And sometimes you really have to go and ask them like, excuse me, when is my day off? And they're like, oh yeah. No, you knew that. You knew that. But see, it's just a lot of things that people don't understand from the outside looking in. Like, you know, and maybe it's I don't want to say it's our fault for not explaining wholeheartedly, but I just feel like I shouldn't have to explain all of that to you. Like, it should just be take my word for it thing. Like, if I'm really telling you like this job is rough and I don't have the time, like, why can't you understand that? And take the fact that if I plan something with you, you shouldn't just up and flop because you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I think it's very disrespectful. I feel like it's very disrespectful. And to be honest, like, I've had a few disagreements behind this job, and I just feel like amongst friends, because people feel like friends don't go through things. People feel like friends don't go through things. Why can't I not say that? People feel like friends don't go through things. We do. We do. I have no problem with having a respectful disagreement. Sometimes we could even agree to disagree. Like, sometimes we get to the point where it's like, listen, this is my opinion, that's your opinion, and that's fine. We might not always see eye to eye. But when it gets to the point of you being disrespectful, and a lot of people take disrespect as different things. You may be thinking right now, oh, a person called me out of my name, or you called me a B, you did this, you did that. Like, no. I take things, a lot of different things, as disrespect. If I'm telling you that you come at me a certain way that makes me feel uncomfortable, and you do that, or you go the extra mile somewhere, like you just go the whole extra mile, that's very unnecessary. I just feel like that's disrespect. That's very disrespectful. We're going to get to that because I definitely have a story time behind that. And, you know, a lot of people might be like, wow, why would you bring that to the internet? But at this point, I don't care, baby, because I'm spicy as well. I'm spicy. You want to be spicy, and I would never disclose who it is. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, you want to be spicy, I can be spicy as well. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I'm not really here for the tit for tat, but it's just like only but so much. A person can take. And I understand that everyone has their things that they're dealing with, you know, their own life struggles, you know, and not everyone has a lot of people that they can call on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have good friends, and both of my parents are alive and well. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't have like this big grand thing of people I can like come to if, like, you know, oh hey, I need my rent paid. You know, only people I can go to for that is maybe my parents, and I wouldn't even do that. You know, like, you know, so it people just. I just feel like if people got their triggers together and just learned to, you know, you can live the life of you do what you want to do and you say what you want to say, but please do realize that people don't have to take that. I don't have to take that. The only one that has to deal with that is your parents and your family, and honestly, they don't even have to deal with that. A lot of people's parents don't deal with their kid shit, you know, like, okay, well, you can get the hell out if that's how you feel, you know. So I think it's just really crazy for friends to, you know, be on the edge about other things. And, you know, I may have said something that you didn't like, but you could have communicated that to me in a better way rather than getting ghetto and ignorant for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really crazy, but stay tuned for that because we're going to get into that. And to be honest, I don't know if it's really, I guess this kind of leads into the story. Okay, boom, right? We're going to get into the story. This is like part story time because I have to get this off my chest. I'm talking really fast. Like, I'm really upset about it, and it really bothers me because I'm not one of those people where I, you know, say, oh, you know, F out of here, I don't care. No, I care. I'm the friend, I care, and I want to get off my chest, and I want you to hear what I have to say, and I like to get to the bottom of things, and I don't want to get to the bottom of things next week or next month when you calm down. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to do it right now. And if it's not done right now, then we don't need to have it, because by then, I'm not going to even care. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm already to a point where I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? So, we're going to get into the story time. So, I have a friend, right? Do I even want to disclose? No, this matters to me. This matters. He's a male, okay? We've been friends very long time. You feel what I'm saying? A very long time. And, you know, I met him in college. Cool. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like back then, you know, we never really had issues. Even up until now, like, you know, you have disagreements here and there, but I just feel it's like as of lately, like this individual has just been coming a whole. It's one thing to be upset because I allow my friends to be upset with me. Like, I don't like people who feel like, you know, don't do that fake stuff. If you're my friend and you're upset with me, I want you to let me know. Like, girl, you pissed me off. That wasn't cute. Don't say that. Could you not say that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, but when you come out of your face as a whole different character, like someone that I've never seen before, like, especially when I feel like I didn't do anything as dramatic to even I didn't deserve that response. Like, if I deserved that, like, that would be one thing. But to get a whole response that I feel like I didn't even deserve is a whole nother thing. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put you on game, right? Me and another friend, I don't want to disclose her name, but, you know, we all met each other. We all went to college together, you know. Very cool set of people. So we recently all just, you know, came back together. You know, we got a little group chat on the phone, you know. We send each other memes. We send each other shit on the gram. You know, we're cool. And every now and then we meet up. Now, my birthday was April. We were all supposed to go out for my birthday. But, okay, cool. We didn't get around to that. Everybody went on vacation, you know. Again, I cannot really do vacations because, again, I am always at work. Cool. No problem. You understand what I'm saying? I have other friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but, like, you know, you have your different circles of friends that are for different things. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, my best friend took me out for my birthday. We went to Italy. I feel like I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? She bought me the cake. My boyfriend took me out, you know what I'm saying? We did something. So I wasn't upset, you know? I'm like, okay, well, I had a very good birthday, you know? No problem. That's April. It's June now. We're talking for maybe about, I feel like maybe like a couple of days ago, we came up with everything. Or maybe even 2 nights ago or something like that. We come up with the plans, where we're going. We found this cute little, well, our friend, because she's mostly the party planner most of the time. But, you know, she finds this cute little restaurant or whatever, and it's like bottomless brunch and drinks and shit. And it was cute, you know what I'm saying? I was all for it, you know? They're like, okay, we're gonna go around 5 on a Saturday. I'm like, okay, that's perfect, you know what I'm saying? Now, the other friend, the guy, we're gonna call him T. He says, oh, after the plans, guys, we have a fete that I want to go to. It's so deep. Nobody even responded to it. You feel what I'm saying? Because he already knows the vibe. Like, me, okay, I'm going to call the girl K. T and K, okay? Cool, right? Me and K, we're not really, like, parties or, like, you know, cool. She probably goes out a lot more than me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm speaking for her, but I can't even really speak for her. But as far as personality-wise, we're pretty chill. Like, you know, the party scene is, like, okay, maybe a little lounge, but a whole fete, like, now, especially for me, like, it's one thing if I didn't have work the next day, but I have work the next day, and y'all know that. Y'all know that. Cool. Nobody responded to that part, but everybody's still thinking we're on for the brunch. Okay. Today is the day, right? Because this is all today, okay? This is fresh off the press. This is all hot tea. You feel what I'm saying? This is today. Now, I go do what I gotta do. I had a wax appointment scheduled. I went and got my nails, my feet done. I got my hair done yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Because it was only time. You know, you can only walk around and look crazy, but for so long, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. As a kid, I was always taught, listen, keep yourself up, baby. Keep yourself up, even from young. But anyway, I went and handled all my business. Now, I have so much more things that I needed to do before I go to work tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? My laundry is not done. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I'm going to do that tomorrow. Hopefully I get off work early enough to go do that. Okay, thank God it's a little cold outside and I can wear my pants now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, still has so much more. I didn't cook. Okay, I didn't do my little Amazon Whole Food delivery thing. I need my salami for lunch during the week. Did I do any of that? No, because I'm like, you know what? My friends are always saying that I'm never here and I never do this and I never do that. So I'm like, you know what? We're going out. We're going out. Let's do this. I'm ready. I get home at a decent hour. I'm like, okay, I'm going to set my alarm clock for 5. I already showered and everything. I was ready to go. I was laying in the bed, taking a nap, ready to get up and get dressed and head out the door to go out. You feel what I'm saying? It even looked like it was going to rain today. But you know what? I didn't even care about any of that because I was ready to go. My alarm goes off at 5. I get up. Still nothing. I'm like, okay. I'm writing the group chat like, okay, guys. Turns out my friend Kay, she was already out. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, she lives all the way in, like, the Bronx. Okay? Crazy, miraculously, she ended up in Williamsburg today, which was even more crazier. And this is why I'm even more upset because, like, she was in Brooklyn today. Like, this really could have worked. You know, it was supposed to rain. It didn't rain. It wasn't too hot today. Like, you know, it was just like everything was lined up so perfect, you know, and this is why I'm more upset. But anyway, turns out our friend Kay was out, right? She's out with her cousin or whatever, and they're already out at the spot, and she's like, listen, where y'all at? Now, I'm on the phone, right? I'm on the phone, and they're both calling me, but I'm on a call. So, while I'm on the call, I put the phone on speaker and I am texting them like, yeah, y'all, I'm on the phone, but what's up? Nobody says anything. I'm like, okay, cool. I get off the phone, maybe like 5-10 minutes later, no big deal, not a whole half an hour, not an hour later, not something ridiculous. I call everybody back. T doesn't answer. I'm like, okay, cool. I call Kay. Kay gives me the rundown and she's like, you know, T is talking about rescheduling, and I'm just like, why are we rescheduling? Like, I made sacrifices for this, and like, I don't understand. Like, why are we rescheduling? Like, what's going on? It's not raining, nothing happened, like, what? Now, remember the thing about the Fed, right? Okay, keep that in mind. Cool, right? I'm like, why are we rescheduling? Cool. She's like, okay, let me know if you still want to meet up or whatever. But at this point, I'm upset, and nothing even happened yet. But I'm already upset because I already know the vibe. Like, I felt the vibe. Okay, I was calling T this morning. He did not answer me. Right? I called him again, maybe like 2 hours later. He's like, oh yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm on the toilet. I'm gonna call you back. I'm like, okay. Then instead of calling me back, you text me. Me and my friends, we are heavy on the FaceTime. Like, we really don't do the whole, like, texting thing for real. Like, if we're doing something and we need to speak to each other, like, even if it's just really, like, just to say what's up, like, you understand? Like, we are heavy on the FaceTime. So it's really crazy to me that we're trying to make plans. Well, we've made plans and we're going somewhere, and I call you and you text me back, I let that slide. I don't even think I answered that. I wake up, you feel what I'm saying, and I'm calling everybody back. Boom, right? I hang up the phone with Kay. I call him again. He didn't answer. I'm like, okay. I'm not a RoboCop. I would never blow up anyone's phone in that manner. You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand that that's very annoying. You know, like, whether you're trying to flop or not, or if you're busy, it's very annoying to get 2 to 3 phone calls back to back and you're doing something. I'm totally aware of that. I called once, and I left it was a very heated text message, I will not lie, but I have no problem with admitting to, I said, yo, this is very disrespectful. Like, you could have at least just answered the phone to tell me that you weren't coming. You know, like, don't leave me to figure that out. You know, you're going to tell Kay that you're not coming, but I'm calling you to ask you what's going on, and you're just not answering. I send the message, right? You were busy, right? But 2 to 3, maybe even a minute later, now you're not busy because you've seen the message. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to be careful of people like that. People that just want you to go to a place so they have an excuse. You feel what I'm saying? To do things that they wanted to do from the beginning, if you catch my drift. Because now, all of a sudden, now you're calling me back. But at this point, I'm upset. I am upset, and I don't want to say anything that I don't mean. So, of course, I am not answering the phone because at this point, the plans are ruined. I do not want to go. I'm ready to lay down in my bed and eat crab legs and my Red Lobster leftovers from yesterday. I don't even want to be bothered. I want to watch Netflix and I want to chill, like, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. But I was willing to sacrifice my personal time to go with my friends, and I love them. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm upset right now, and I love him too. You feel what I'm saying? But, like, it's only but so much disrespect a person can take. Okay. He calls me back, and I didn't answer. So now the text messages are flying. Oh, you know, and I won't really get into everything, but, you know, it wasn't even what he said. It was just the tone of it all. Like, and ladies, I know I'm not bugging out. It's one thing to have a disagreement with your girlfriend, but it's another thing to have a disagreement with a guy and the guy is screaming at you. Whether it's on the phone, whether it's in person, whether it's through text message, it's one thing to argue with a guy and he's screaming back at you and really going toe to toe with you. Like, it really hurts. Like, it really hurts, and it really fires you up more than anything. Like, and I just cannot believe that I really thought that this person was really, like, you know, like my friend, in a sense of, like, I don't want to get too deep with this, but, like, you know, we've been in situations where you really held it down. Like, you know, you protected me from guys that are doing the same thing that you're doing right now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really crazy to watch, you know, you turn into the guy that low-key you were trying to protect me from maybe last year. And, you know, it really hurt and it fired me up. And I'm almost at a point where I don't even have anything to say. You know, I really tried to go back and forth, but, you know, when a person just doesn't get it, and I don't know, it's one thing to argue with your friend and you feel like you guys are just on the topic and staying on the surface, but it's one thing to argue, and I feel like you're saying things that you're saying things that were built up that you wanted to say over time. You understand what I'm saying? And this just goes back to this whole topic of, I'm like, okay, all right, like, is it a thing? Are you frustrated with the fact that, like, you know, I don't have time? Like, why don't you understand my frustration of, I sacrificed and made these plans to chill with y'all, and you tell Kay that we're rescheduling, but I'm calling you and you're not answering me, so I'm not supposed to feel a way about that. And I come to you in maybe an aggressive manner, but it was still respectable. I come to you maybe aggressively, but now you come back at me like that? I just think it's a little crazy. I think it's very crazy, but, you know, everyone's entitled to feel how they feel, you know? I'm not really here to tell people how they should handle things. And why is the beer on the floor? Why is the beer on the floor? Anyway, I'm not really here to tell people how they should feel, how they should handle things, but, you know, I just think it's very disrespectful to push away your friends and to be upset because I'm upset because we made plans, and, you know, I don't know the next time I'm going to be off. I don't know. And I'm really heavy on trying to figure out, like, because I'm all for taking accountability. Like, I'm just really hoping that this is not some only child selfishness things, but I know it's not. Like, I know it's not, and I'm talking this through with you guys because this all just happened today. Okay, I'm talking this through with you guys, but I just really hope that this is not some selfish only child syndrome thing that I'm dealing with. But I'm heavy on no, it's not, because I am so understanding of everyone's feelings. I try to make sure that, you know, I hear everyone out, and I feel like I deserve the same respect, you know. But hey, you know, you gotta move along, and sometimes friendships are just never gonna be the same, you know. And it's crazy that to me, because, you know, people don't effectively communicate, so I don't even really know what's really deep down the problem. But I know for me, I feel like with a lot of my friends right now, I've gotten to a place where it's almost like I feel like they're tired of inviting me out. Like, some of my friends, some of them. But, you know, it's like, what can I do? Are you guys gonna come pay my rent? Nope. Any one of y'all? Okay? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Like, people throw all kinds of things in your face. Like, you know, I'm not in a position to help any of my friends big time financially. You know, hey, listen, you need a little $20, little $100, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool, like, I got you. I can't pay your rent now. I can't pay your rent. I can't do that, and I'm so sorry that I cannot do that. You feel what I'm saying? I am not in the predicament to do that. But, you know, you need advice. Like I said, you need a little $20, little $100, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we good for it. But I don't know. It has to get better. It's too ghetto here. It's way too ghetto here. Guys, my beer just foamed all over the floor. I'm going to clean that up. Because that's what we don't need. We don't need roaches, because that's not it. But, yeah, you really got to know what you're doing when you sign up for this job. Like, and I know it sounds like a lot, and I don't know. It probably sounds really petty. But I'm telling you, people get really offended. I don't know if it's a thing of people feel like, oh, I don't know, like, she wants to seem important, like she's always doing something. But I'm telling you, like, it got to the point where people were getting upset because I was telling them, with this kind of job, you cannot text me. You have to call me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been in really nasty arguments about simple things like that. Like, I'm telling you, I'm outside with mail and packages in my hand pushing a cart. Now, if you are texting me, hey, what's up? What you doing today? How was your day? How am I supposed to answer that? Just call me. Especially if you're going to call and beef with me like, yeah, I texted you earlier, you didn't answer me. Well, especially if you're calling to ask me important stuff, like, oh, what are you doing Tuesday? Because I need this and I need that, but you're waiting for a response and you're just like, hello, question mark, hello, in my text messages, knowing the kind of job I have. Like, it's simple stuff like that really has, like, fired up these friendships. And, like, you know, I'm thankful for the friends that are still hanging on. Like, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying, the ones that understand what the hell is going on. And you guys have appreciation, big appreciation for my time when it is spent, you know, because I appreciate y'all's. I appreciate you appreciating my time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just gotta do better. We gotta do better. But I'm gonna leave it there because I could ramble about this all night because I'm on fire. Like, I'm on fire. And that's the thing. Like, me and T, we're both fire signs. He's a Sag. I'm an Aries. We're both on fire. We're both on fire. So you can't really, like, battle fire with fire. You know? Like, it's just gonna be a big fire. Right? So now it's a big fire. I don't know. Maybe it'll extinguish. Maybe it won't, you know? He's blocked on everything, and it's not a necessarily thing of, like, being blocked out of my life. It's just right now I don't want to see, I don't want to hear anything because I've tried to talk to you and clearly you don't understand. So for whatever the reason is, I'm gonna let you simmer down and cool out on that. But while you're doing it, I'm just so at a point of disgust, to be honest, with the words that were said. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But oh yes, y'all. Enough about that, right? So I did a collab video. You know what I'm saying? Go check out LB Moolah. His I'm gonna put his wow, okay, brain fart. I'm gonna put his link down below too. We did a collab video, y'all. We went to Lindenwood. We had crab legs. We had everything. It was fire, y'all. It was fire. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go check that video out. It's supposed to be on my channel, but we're having a little technical difficulties. Speaking of friendship. But right. It'll be here soon. So, you know what I'm saying? Go check that out. But in the meantime, you know, wait on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get up out of here because what time is it? It is 8:45. It's Sunday. We already know the vibe. I don't think it's gonna be that hot, which is good, thank God. But you know what I'm saying? I got shows to watch, I got things to catch up on, and you know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? I am coming up, y'all. Yo, I really don't be watching it like that. Y'all, I got 96 subscribers. Like, shout out to the 96 of y'all that are here, that watch. Like, to be honest, the views and the subscribers are not adding up. It's really crazy. It's really like 1.3K views in total, but it's like 96 subscribers, and I kind of don't understand that. But we're gonna let God work that out. I'm just keep saying what I've been saying. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. I'm feeling the activity in the comments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any questions, any suggestions, I'm here for it. Just let your girl know. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Later, y'all.